Hi, welcome to Pam's Artsy Corner. And in today's video, I am planning another video with a spooky kind of theme. And this kind of spooky theme is going to be a spooky kind of night. So I'm going to try and make this a beginner style video so that anyone from beginning artist, child and up can give this a try and have some fun. So to start off, we're going to do a wet on dry method, which means that I am going to paint on dry paper. So what I would like to start with is I need something circular. Everybody should keep a collection of circles around like this. This will do. This will do very nicely. Thank goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna get my pencil and I'm gonna make a mark right here, and this will be my moon. Okay, so I'm gonna have my moon and I'm gonna add some trees, and this is gonna have a very eerie kind of feeling to it. Spooky night, kind of like the ideal kind of night for going trick-or-treating. So I don't want to get anything on my moon, and I'm going to try and paint around it. So wish me luck. I'm going to start off with some yellow. I have to get some yellow from my pan here, and I'm going to mix it up right here. So dig into some yellow. I'm going to take my yellow and I'm going to go around with big strokes, right? I'm going to go around my moon, kind of a glowy kind of moon. So if you get a little color, a little yellow on your moon, that's fine. We're not going to worry about it. We're painting to relax. We're painting to have fun, okay? Paint to have fun. All I did was add a little water to my brush, and I smeared my brush around a little more. Okay, I'm going to take now another shade. I'm going to take some purple. I'm going to get some purple and I'm going to outline, go around in a circle. Wow, I filled up like a lot of the page already. It feels like this could be finished very soon. It feels like this could be an ideal kind of art lesson. So I did go in, swirl my brush around that yellow a bit. And now I'm going to get some of my blue. And the blue is going to take the majority of the page. I'm going to let the blue kind of overlap on that purple. Take my blue, overlap on the purple. Yes, we're going to jump right in. My reasoning for wishing for spooky nights so soon, it's not even September, my reasoning is that I live in an area that does not have a lot of cool weather. And if I'm wishing for a spooky night, I think I'm mostly wishing for cool weather. I really miss it. I really miss the cool weather. I'm going to mix up some blue, and then I took, what you can do is add some black to your color there, but don't put a lot of black. Don't put a lot of black, or else it's going to drown out your color. So you see, I'm going to take that shade of blue and I'm going to make it a little darker. Another option you can do is you can add some more purple to it. You know, see what would happen if we add purple? I'm not going to fuss over the color. I just want it to be a dark night. I'm going to get, like Batman. I'm going to get some purple. And it's going to be right here. Let me add a little water to that. My palette is a little loose. It's just a little palette. I got it at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to add some purple to that blue. I don't want this to look like daylight. I want this to look like a spooky night. Oops, I dropped some purple. I feel so bad. So I want this to look like a spooky night. I'm going to go over this again and again. Get some more water. Add some gray. I'm going over that purple area again. Feeling a little impatient. I'm really happy I taped off my edges because it just seems like my brush strokes are going way off to the edge, way off the sides. I'm gonna add a little more purple here. I wish I could make like a navy blue. And make a little navy blue shade, I hope. Getting another shade of blue. I'm going to mix it in right here. Oh, that looks nice. Another shade of blue, and I'm going to mix it in right here. My watercolors, as far as like when I make them, are a lot more forgiving and broad stroke. I think I use a lot more skills of an acrylic artist with my watercolor. I think I want to make this a little bit darker still. Make this a little darker still. So as I move out from the moon, it's darker and darker and darker. Ooh, spooky. Now watercolors are great because they will dry a lighter shade than when you put them down on paper. They will dry and look like a lighter color. I'm gonna just go around. Oops. It's okay. No worries. Don't need to fuss because it's for fun, right? We're just making this for fun. We're having fun? Yes? Yes? Okay. You don't need to have a perfect circle. It's okay. No worries. Got it? A little darker. Does this look spooky yet? The good thing is we can let this dry and go over it again. If you have a heating tool or a blow dryer or something, that'll make everything go a lot faster. So I'm gonna dry mine off. Okay. So now this is dry. Okay, I'm gonna go back and start adding more color. Adding more colors to my painting now. So I've got some yellow. I'm going to go back to that yellow. Start right at the beginning, just like I did before. Leave it looking like a harvest moon. I have seen a moon. Well, I've seen a few moons. I've seen moons that look pink. And I think I'm going to make mine a little pinky looking. So at this time, I'm going to get my pink color. If you don't have the color pink in your palette, you can mix some red, a little bit of red with a little bit of orange, and it'll give you a nice soft pink. And just slowly add those two shades together and you can get something that you like. I'm going to put a little bit of pink, just a little bit. Give it a little bit of glow. It's so happy to be the moon. So happy to be the moon. Add some yellow again to the outside part. Remember that sun is reflecting on the moon. I'm going to lift a little bit more. If you are ever in a spot where your you put down a color of paint, a shade of watercolor, and it looks too dark, too intense, all you need to do is wet your brush, and then you drag your brush over that color, and usually it's called lifting, and usually that'll help fix your problem. So that's what I did right there. And I'm going to take some gray and a little bit of yellow now and make it look warm. And I'm going to go along the outskirts of my moon. Okay. And it does look too dark. So I'm going to go back, and with my paper towel, I'm going to lift up some of that color. So I can leave some behind, so I can look kind of rocky. And I lifted what I didn't want there. Ta-da-da! Art is awesome. Art is awesome. Okay, I'm going to go back and go over those areas I want to darken. I've got some more gray. This time I'm going to start over here from the edge. And add some darker color. And I'm going to go add some blue to that. You can almost hear like a wolf howling in the distance. Okay, at least that's what I can hear. Okay, I'm going to add a little purple now. And every time I'm adding a new color, I am trying to remember to rinse my brush so I don't mix those colors on the palette. Something very relaxing about dragging your paintbrush over the paper. Just dragging the brush, working in circles, dragging your brush. Are you having fun? I hope so. Dragging your brush over in circles. That kind of looks like daylight over there. I think I need to make that a little darker. Go darker! Go darker! But technically, it couldn't be that much darker because it's so close to the moon. Oh no! Am I looking for perfect? No, I hope you're not, because it's all about the fun, guys. It's just about the fun. Okay? How are you doing? Woohoo! I'll let this dry a little bit more. Okay, hey, got a little bubble. Bubbles! Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Okay, ooh, that looks spooky. Okay, now I'm going to grab a thin brush. I grabbed it! Okay, it's not so thin. A thinner brush. And now I'm going to mix up some black. I'm going to mix up some black because I'm going to make, oh my goodness, it's been a long day. I'm going to make a silhouette, children. A silhouette is where you only see the shadow. Ooh, the shadow of something. It is not in light. The light is not hitting it directly. So you're only going to see the outline of it. It's not going to have a lot of detail. So I'm going to have a spooky tree. Spooky tree. Okay, that's not very dark. Come on, spooky tree. Let's go. Okay, we need more dark. you want to dip directly into your black paint to make this look darker, that would not be a bad idea. We're going to have a spooky tree. So you're going to take your paintbrush, and the more you grab it up at the top, the spookier your tree is going to look. Don't go sloppy Joe. Hold on tight and just let your paintbrush drag. You want to make sure. Well, it looks like a big insect. Who wants a big bug instead of a tree? Hey, it's your painting. You can make whatever you want. You're making a big spooky tree. Where you have a big spooky tree, you have spooky things in the tree. What are some spooky things you can have in a tree? You can have bats. You can have rats. You could have spiders. You can have owls. You could have zombie squirrels. What? You've never heard of zombie squirrels? Oh, yeah. Those are the squirrels. That's what happens to the squirrels that go and steal the bird seed. I'm going to make my tree tilt a little bit. Tilting means it's not straight standing up. It's going to go a little bit to the side. So I want it to seem extra spooky, like it's going to reach out and grab you. Ha ha ha. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it looks like 5 fingers. 5 fingers in the night, reaching to give you a fright. I'm a little excited about Halloween, can you tell? I am really looking forward to it. Okay. Don't draw straight lines like I just did. I had a momentary lapse of creativity. Ha 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 ha. Making that tree go that way. Go that way, tree! Okay, I'm going to give this one some little friends over here. And I'm going to let it reach out. Reach out. Can you make a spooky voice? Reach out. I didn't say a scream. I said a spooky voice. Spooky voice. Spooky voice. No screaming. No screaming. Shh. If you scream, we won't know when the zombie squirrels are going to attack. Yeah, so don't feed the squirrels. Don't feed the squirrels. Actually, I love squirrels. So feed the squirrels. But if they come after you, it's not my fault. Zombie squirrels, looking out for them zombie squirrels. Are you having fun? I hope you're having fun. It's nothing like painting a spooky tree. What's the weather like where you are? We had a thunderstorm. Well, actually, the thunderstorm was in the next town. But we got all the fun of the thunderstorm. You know why? Because we got to hear the thunder and see the lightning. But it didn't rain on us. Yeah, so it's okay. It's okay. Now, you don't want to have too many tight branches. You want to leave space, so if you want to add something like a spooky owl, a zombie squirrel, you can see it. Okay, so you want to have some tree branches, but you don't want it to take over everything. Spooky trees are so cool. Spooky tree, waving at me in the midnight breeze. Look at that spooky tree. Look out, it's just a spooky tree. Spooky tree, spooky tree. Yeah, who needs vampires? You just got one spooky tree and it's everything. That's all you need, right? That's all she wrote. Spooky trees. Ooh, look at that. Did you see that happen? Ooh. I put my brush in like some extra pigmented, extra heavy black paint, and it went everywhere. Yes, Miss Pam is just a little silly. Had a little too much coffee today. I'm going to ask you again. Have you heard of zombie squirrels? Oh, no, that's not what I was going to ask you. I'm going to ask you again. Are you having fun? That's the important part. I really hope so. It's very relaxing. This is something you could do at home with your little brother or sister or your mom or dad, and you could put on some spooky music, and you can use these to decorate your refrigerator, or you could put a frame around them, and you can decorate your wall or your room for Halloween, or if not for Halloween, then just for autumn. Ooh. What do you think? Do you like your spooky tree? Do your branches look like hair? Do your branches look like there might be a zombie squirrel living there? Maybe. And if you want to make some of your branches darker, that's cool. Ooh. So I'm going to leave you some space. There are things you can continue to add to your tree that will add some spooky, but you don't have to add them. Like, of course, you can add an owl. Okay, that was a really fat branch. Remember, your branches are going to be thinner at the top and fatter at the bottom, wider at the bottom. Okay? How is your tree looking? Sweet. I'm going to add some ground right here. So since it is dark out, I'm just going to add a line where, hey, this is the ground. Check out my ground. Ground, ground. How's your ground looking? I'm going to take up a little bit right here. Have you been walking around outside at night? Can you sometimes see the ground when there's a full moon out? I'll tell you what, you sure can. You sure can. You just need to wait a minute for your eyes to adjust to the darkness. And then, yeah, you can see a whole bunch. If the moon is full, you can see lots of stuff. Now, you probably can't see that hand that's going to reach out from behind the tree and grab you, but I bet you can see other things. Okay, I'll stop scaring the children. Okay. So, we will add bats together. Are you ready to add a bat? A bat looks like, he's kind of like a very thin W upside down, or a very spread out M. Okay, so I'm going to take I'm still using my thin brush, and I don't want to have a lot of paint on my brush because I need to make some details. So over here, I'm going to, it looks like a normal kind of bird, right? So most people make a bird, say like, I want to paint a bird, and they put a birdie in the sky. Well, this one, I'm going to make it a little bigger at the bottom, and I'm going to give him a head at the top, right? That's all I did right there. And then I'm going to make his wings fatter, a little thicker, right? Ooh. And then I'm going to give his wings a couple of little points. Might not look perfect, but that's okay. My brush is not that thin. Okay? What do you think? Do you like my bat? You can use the very, very tip of your brush, and you can make a little line. And if not, you can make his little ears with a pencil. It's okay. No worries. If you want to add another bat, you can totally do that. I think I'm going to add an owl. I'm going to put an owl right here on this branch. And an owl is going to be bigger than a bat. So this owl, you can make an owl by making like a little U. Make a U and you fill it in. And then you're going to give him some ears. I forgot what kind of owl this is. But you're not going to be able to see him very well with a lot of detail because it's a silhouette. So I'm going to put just 2 little marks right there for his claws. And it's going to look like he is checking out the moon. Well, it's up to you what you want to put along the bottom. Some people might want to make this extra spooky and put like a gravestone. Some people might want to add pumpkins. You can even just put rocks here and it would be fine. And if you want to know how to do a rock, you want to see it? It's a really easy lesson. You ready? You ready? You ready? Rock. Oh, wow. Rock. It's a very stony ground. Rock. What does that represent? I don't know. It's just a rock. You want to have a cat here? Or you want to put that zombie squirrel in the tree? I think that zombie squirrel is sleeping. You know what you could add right here? You can make your paint, your black paint extra dark by putting it in your paint well right there. And you can make this look like a spooky face on the tree. You want to add eyes? Nah, you don't have to. If you don't like your eyes there, then you just spread out those colors, or you can lift. And you can add other details on your tree. Make those dark lines. Remember the paint is going to dry lighter. It won't look as dark. Okay, so you've got a bat, and you've got an owl, and you've got rocks. And if you want to, you can add that tombstone. That tombstone, maybe it's a graveyard if you want to make it spooky. Okay, that gravestone is you can make it look like that, like an upside down U. You can add another one right here. This is where they buried the zombie squirrels. And then the zombie squirrels came out from the dirt. And they said, "Give me your bird food." Right? Zombie squirrels, zombie squirrels. I'm going to make the front a little darker, because this is the part you can't see. The moon is shining on the other side. But I'm not going to make it dark all the way across. I'm going to leave this part right here. And then right here, the same thing. I'm only going to put it in the middle. I'm going to leave one edge the same. Okay. And if you remember from my other videos, we don't ever use twos. You use, if you're painting something, you want to make sure you have odd numbers. So I think I'm going to have one more squirrel graveyard right here. I'm just going to put one right here. Here lies Bobo the squirrel, who stole too many nuts from his friend BB. That sounds funny. I hope you've enjoyed painting your spooky silhouette for your autumn decoration. You've got your nice lines from your moon, and you've got a bat and an owl and a little graveyard and a creepy tree. So enjoy your experience, and make sure you hit that subscribe button and like if you liked your time here with me. And I hope to see you again soon in another video. Y'all take care.